And we're back. And we're back. I got so excited here. I forgot to change what part this is, and this is part 4. So let me just say this, and then we're gonna take the callers because we do have a lot of them. Now it's my understanding, okay, was that the 9mm gun, it had at least two 15-round magazines. Okay, it was loaded, and it's my understanding that the father of the child had purchased this gun on Friday. I don't know, and I don't have sufficient information to say whether or not the gun was purchased for young Ethan. I don't know if that is in fact the truth, but I do know that the father had purchased the gun in Michigan. And then I'm gonna take some calls. The penalty is up to 15 years for involuntary manslaughter. It is brought about when people have contributed to a situation which had the risk of harm or death, okay? Such as buying a gun, letting your child have access to it, knowledge of it. In this situation, it's alleged that there were videos that mom had with the son, like, let's take the baby out. But we've got a call on the, caller Sandy. Sandy, what's your comment?
Hi, yeah. I think the student, when the parents were up there and they said he could go back to class, I think that so they gave them time to go home and pack their bag, and they was about to get out of here. And the reason I feel that I think he had been bullied for one thing, and then also the parents, they were in Detroit. I think they were headed for Canada. And
right, because you know what, the border is open. The border is open.
Yep. And they got that $4,000. They about to hit the low jack, and they were fugitives. And so happened, they had to be in Detroit, and I hate Detroit's name even being dropped in this situation. But I'm sorry for the deceased students. And another thing, Judge, is that when we had the episode in Bloomfield Hills and those students walked out because of the foolishness that's going on out there, who knows what could have happened if they hadn't went to the media like it did. And I know their eyes are on them, showing on all these kids who are trying to be foolish and do crazy stuff. So,
and you're right. And according to the news, the parents left the school without him, and he was returned to class.
So they could go pack up and hit the road, then they weren't about to turn themselves in nowhere until they hit across somebody's border. And and Bellevue was on the east side, right off the Gratiot. And so how come they traveled that far in that length of time and they turning themselves in?
Baby, but listen, let me say this to you, and I'm going to go there. Oxford school officials showed the parents of the drawing and said they were required to get their son into counseling in 48 hours, and they asked the parents to remove Ethan from the school that day. Oh, hold on for a minute. Call 911. Call 911. This boy in here talking about he killed. Call 911. Call 911. You ain't gonna take him. Then they take him to Children's Village. This a viable threat. We need to investigate it. But if they decided to leave, which they had the right to do that, they should have put immediately. First of all, when they had the meeting, they should have had a police investigator, someone from the police or the sheriff's department present at that time due to the nature of this allegation. It should have been the parents, and it should have been.
I think that's my son.
Okay. And
then even him, we say he wanted a lawyer. Who taught him that?
Right.
Rittenhouse, first thing he said, he wanted a lawyer. So the young man, yeah, he's sick, just like they got that man that shot Reagan.
Right.
He was nice and innocent looking, but I believe he targeted the captain of the football team because they kind of bullying him, and this is the result that can happen.
And it's also a result. It is also a result of the parents' lax discipline in that home, letting these kids do what the hell they want to when they want to, any way that they can, and just let let Johnny, that's Johnny. I don't want to if I punish Johnny, then Johnny may get inhibited. The hell with being inhibited.
LOL won't get caught next time. What kind of conversation is that?
Okay, exactly. Okay, thank you so much for calling. We've got Keith on the line. Keith?
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
How are you, sir?
I want to go back to Juan's call. In the 22 years that I was in leadership with DFT, teachers were never required to go through metal detectors. The fact of the matter is, most teachers don't even go through the same entrance into the school that the students do. And in some of those schools where the teachers are going through the same entrance, they have their badges. They don't go through the metal detectors. There's another door for them, another line for them to go, like for staff members, as long as they have their badges to identify themselves.
Okay.
As far as what happened in Oxford, they do have an Oakland County Sheriff deputy on duty there. I don't know if he was present when they were in that meeting with the young man and his parents or not, but the last thing that should have happened, given the nature of the drawings that he had and the behavior he had exhibited, was to allow him to go back to class before the counseling ever took place. You don't say, well, we're going to let you go back to class and then we're going to schedule counseling for you. No, you have to go through the counseling before you can return to the school. Had that been a case in Detroit Public Schools, I can assure you that child would have been required to leave the campus and not return until there was documented evidence of successful completion of some counseling program.
I agree. We'll be back. This is Vonda's Court Unfiltered, and this is part 5, but I messed it up. I'm going to do it next time better. We'll be back.